Big numbers. 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers. Big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is Jet. I ain't got to shit.
And thank you, Coach. We are across the Hudson from Midtown Manhattan at MetLife Stadium in East Rutherford, New Jersey. This the scene just before we came on air. This New York crowd fired up by the arrival of their G-men as they burst from the locker room. They're ready to go as the Giants get set to match up with the Washington Redskins. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. A carry for Bryce Love, the fourth-rounder from Stanford. He'll have a first down past the 40. 16 yards right off the bat and a first down.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing now, Haskins on first down. Caught right side, Davis. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. It's a gain of 34.
Well, things are looking pretty darn good on this first drive, aren't they? Came right out, set the tone, this time with a big pass play.
And if the peek behind the curtain that they gave us or their game plan, I don't think that's going to be the last one we see.
I think you're exactly right about that.
So the drive takes them into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. A run on first down, but it's not going to get him much, maybe a yard, and that's all. Alec Ogletree in on the stop.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. On 2nd down, here's Haskins. And he's going to go down here, a sack. They push him back to the 34. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
But enough takes a start to have a good drive. Quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. Open man, it's Vernon Davis. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Second and goal from inside the 5. On 2nd down, Love. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Going to give it to Love. And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. He went backwards 5 yards there on 3rd down to bring up 4th. So now on 4th down, the Redskins will hand things over to their kicker, Dustin Hopkins. From the right hash here, should be an easy one. And Hopkins' kick is good. Well, after marching down the field, only getting 3 there, kind of feels like a win for the defense.
And it does. They'll go to the sideline feeling a lot better that they didn't give up a touchdown after the march against them. But if I were the offense, I wouldn't hang my head over that one. That's a good drive, and 3 points were put on the board.
And a pretty good return here. He'll be stopped just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Jones and the Giants now with a 1st and 10 at their own 24. Running it with the NFL's Offensive Rookie of the Year a season ago, Saquon Barkley. It's a loss of 4 on the 1st down play. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys and continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10.
Check, check. Lucky. Recon, 132 fighter. Ready, go.
And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. So they got him coming up from his linebacker spot.
And sometimes the position designation really doesn't matter. If you creep up to the line of scrimmage, you just have to look for the football. Make sure it moves before you do.
After the penalty, they go with Barkley. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Ready.
From the 44, Jones. And he gets it complete to Latimer. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
So 3rd and 2, this quite possibly 4-down territory, though, if they're stopped. Operating from the gun, Jones. And Latimer's got it. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 29-yard line.
Gotta love the catch. I think you gotta love the gloves as well.
Yeah, these one-handed catches, that was great, and they're fun. They're becoming a little more ho-hum, aren't they?
Yeah, they really are. And I know that it sounds like we're taking credit away from the guys, and we don't mean that at all. They really work hard on this one-handed catch thing, but I think the gloves have to be helping in a big way.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 11 yards there, just like last play. Quite the opening drive march they're on right now.
It looks a lot like what we saw in practice prior to the game, doesn't it? You know, because on that last big practice beforehand, you go through your offensive script. You go through your play calling. You go through all the stuff and establish things. And it looks like it's going like clockwork right now for them.
They keep it with Barkley on 1st down. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Ryan Kerrigan in on the tackle.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Here we go. 90 Wolf. Watch the pass.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Jones, and this one's incomplete. Golden Tate, his intended receiver. And it's third down.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on third down. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on third down. So the pass incomplete in the end zone, but contact and pass interference.
And now where does the ball get placed?
At the 1 yard line.
1 yard line. They gave up excellent real estate on that one.
Ready?
That's going to work really, really well for the guys who threw it.
I got you. Go.
They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8 yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
Brings up second and goal at the 8 yard line.
It's second and goal, back to the 8 yard line now.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Tell me what you got. What you got?
Now Jones. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Get your backs to the goal line. I can hear my high school coach right now. This is when force meets force. Got to be physical in order to win this battle.
Yeah, that's where the physicality pays off. A nice job forcing the contact and forcing the incompletion.
Yeah, Coach Ford would have loved that play.
Five. Now.
Jones now. Going to throw on third and goal. To the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
Remember, with Rosas, there was some speculation last year in the preseason that he might not hold on to his job with the Giants.
But he certainly answered the challenge, didn't he? 32 of 33 during the regular season, 97% that is, and was named to the NFC Pro Bowl team. And by the way, at 6'3", 234, he can bench press your kicker.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too. He's got a man, complete. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
And the Redskin first down.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. That's brought in by Davis over the middle. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Redskins have taken the lead. And a nice job by him to catch the slant and then navigate and break free.
And receivers love slant routes because it gets the ball in their hands so quickly and oftentimes on the move. And when they're on the move like that, then they get to use their best asset, which is usually their speed.
And their speed sometimes, like this instance, can take them into the end zone. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want a drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've met fan bases that wanted that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants a drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Ready to roll for the second quarter from MetLife Stadium. The Giants with the football as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Now Jones operating from the gun. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Throwing Jones into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. It's Quentin Dunbar with a pick, and the return here will go to the 31-yard line. So a big chunk of yardage will be marked off there for that PI call.
And now you know why receivers and the guys throwing the ball, they like to collaborate and just heave it up sometimes, because you can get these types of calls that go against the defense, pass interference, and they gain over 30 yards of real estate on that one.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Back to throw. Jones. It's complete to Golden Tate. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. A lot of eyes on Golden Tate this year to see if he can take over some of the production that OBJ had before he got shipped to Cleveland. You know, Beckham had 1,000-yard seasons 4 of his 5 years in New York. Golden Tate struggled at the end of last year in Philadelphia, but he had a really good run in Detroit, including 3,000-yard seasons in the middle of this decade. And he'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. 31 yards there and a first down.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Ready? 8, read. Let's go, baby. They turn it over. Get that ball. Get that ball. General West. Check 4.
Throwing on 2nd down. Jones. And this is caught at the 8. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 15 yards on the play. First down.
Let's go now. 60 Pittsburgh. Target.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. Be interesting to see now what they do offensively down near the goal line after not much there that time.
As the offensive play caller, that may change your sequence now. Instead of coming right back with a running play, you may have to go to the air.
2nd and goal from inside the 5.
Go.
Another try for Barkley. And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. Chalk that up as a 4-yard loss. And now it's 3rd down. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. From the gun, Jones. And it'll be intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. They're trying to resurrect his confidence. Last week was a disaster. 5 interceptions in that loss, and another pick there.
I played with a quarterback like this before, and he had a tough game, and the head coach said, I'll take him, I'll fix him. The very next game, he started out the exact same way, and the head coach turned to the offense coordinator and said, he's yours from now on. Someone has to take responsibility and work with him and try and get him settled.
They'll start the drive with Love here. And he's able to get him a small cushion before being taken down at the 5, a gain of 3.
And while they hope to continue this drive, it's really already mission accomplished. They've given enough space now that they have to punt the ball. They've done so with that first run.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll run with Love. And a short gain here as he gets it up only to about the 6. A 1-yard gain there following the 3-yard pickup on first down. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are, figure out the things that they really want to accomplish, and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
And 5 in the secondary now for the Giants on 3rd down. From the gun, Haskins on 3rd down. And Davis has it over the middle. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down. So a much rosier picture now after that last play. Here's 1st and 10 at the 19-yard line. Now Haskins on 1st down. He's got it complete to Thompson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
First down, Redskins.
And at his size, he's a smaller back. You can get him the football. He can kind of get lost, make someone miss. It's good for him.
Yeah, it's great for him. I like what you said there. Sometimes he gets lost in the traffic a little bit, but get him out in the open field into some space. That plays to his strengths the best and keeps him out of it where all the big boys are, you know, make him make someone miss in the open field.
Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
And a yard at the 41-yard line.
That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Shotgun handoff now for Love. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's no gain on the play, and they'll remain a few inches shy of a first with 3rd down looming. On the carry, it's Love. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 10 yards there, good for a Redskin first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2.
Keep playing.
A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business.
And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington. Corey Davis, his 2nd touchdown of the game, his 3rd on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the lead is now 17-3. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And it's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. 2nd and 6. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on.
Let's go,
A little
baby.
too
Let's
aggressive defensively, and the flag comes out.
And no one trying to cover is going to like a call going against them, but you have to like the effort there. Went for the interception, just unable to get it, and the flag did come out.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. Check nickel. Protein spill. 55 my guy, 55. Shoot.
Jones throwing on first down. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They've looked lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
Hey, let's get this. Ready?
Here's Jones to throw again. And this is Latimer, complete. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Jones now from the gun. He'll throw. It's brought in left side by Tate. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. Now Jones operating from the gun toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete. And give credit to Reuben Foster, the linebacker, getting a hand in to disrupt.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. Now a second down throw for the end zone, but it's incomplete. 2 incompletions haven't moved him any closer, and likely throwing again, you'd have to think on 3rd and goal here. Operating from the gun, Jones to the goal line, but it's incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. And the kick by Rosas is good. And a second field goal here gets him back within 11 now. It's 17-6. So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flip it over to the other side. The offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Let's go ahead and try and extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Here's Haskins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Janoris Jenkins.
So first thing that crossed my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Ready, ready.
Mark 55. Yeah.
Back. Pilot, 64, weak.
Mike 55. Mike 55.
Ready, big grip.
On 1st and 10, Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. The Giants going to burn their third and final timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Today you are. Not today. Hatchet.
61, matchbox lights.
Let's go, D. Check. 55.
Clear.
Check.
Go.
Jones from the gun, he'll throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And that'll be incomplete as it's knocked away. But a penalty flag is down. So who's this going to be on? 3 red zone trips have yielded just 2 field goals for them to this point, so they'll be searching for something more on 2nd and goal here. Looking to throw. Jones. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
2nd down and goal. Jones. And it's a touchdown for the New York Giants. Well, this could be a big turnaround. They get the touchdown here in the final moments of the 2nd quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the 2nd half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. Rosas good with the extra point. And that'll make it 17-13. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Redskins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. One play has them to the 37 here for 1st and 10. Now Saquon Barkley, and they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Biggest game of Barkley's rookie year on the ground came against these Redskins. Week 14 a season ago, 14 carries, 170 yards.
At the 38-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Let's go, D. Tighten up.
Ready?
Here's Jones, operating from the gun. He'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Redskins scoop it. Evades the tackler, and now some space.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it. Talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense.
On the double. Mike's 47. Jim. Check. Fresno. 66. Pull it. Check my 47. I got you, son.
47's the mic. 47's
On first down, here's Love. And some space here. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. Give him 16 yards there, and it's a Redskin first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
What's the run? They're running it. 36.
Tighten up.
They'll run again with Love on first down. They'll get about 6 there as he takes this one down to the 24-yard line.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball, protect this lead, give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. From the 24, Haskins. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Something of a rare incompletion. Remember, Charles, last week under 50% throwing the football. That's what he was, but he has turned that around in this game.
Last week was commonly known as a fluke. For him to be under 50%, not normal, not the usual. But to be up over 80%, that's extra time in practice, and that's throwing with extra confidence as well.
From the gun on 3rd down. Haskins, he'll have a first down inside the 10. And down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender.
And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Bryce Love, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good work.
And this throw will be intercepted. Picked up by the former Giant, Landon Collins. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the fourth quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, start loosening up. I think you'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
Hopkins with the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this home. Only back to the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6. And now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around?
You should be, just because after what you gave up. But you can't be so cautious as to just really take things in, and now you're not going to play loose enough to give your team a chance to score. But you still have to be careful, because those defensive guys, I know the reputation defense guys can't catch. All evidence to the contrary on that last possession, though.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house.
First throw now for the backup Manning. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards the pickup there. Look at Eli against NFC East opponents in his career. He actually has a losing record career-wise against both the Cowboys and the Eagles, but against these Redskins, pretty good, 19-10. The two teams split the season series a year ago, both winning on the opposite squad's home turf. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. It's Ryan Kerrigan getting the sack.
I think we've seen this before. If someone's down 3 scores, that situation there, it's just going to add to their growing frustrations, don't you think?
Yeah, a bad number 3 right now. 3-score game, third quarter, 3 and out, not what they wanted. And you can tell on the sideline, those faces are getting a little bit longer as this one goes. Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on second down. And this shot downfield on second down is brought in. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain. Manning now to throw. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
All right, Brandon. Normally when you hear about guys making 2 interceptions in a game, you're thinking must be a free safety, maybe a corner. How about getting 2 picks out of one of your linebackers? Again, he's just in the right place at the right time, and that's another great play to come away with the football.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
4 yards on the pickup. Second and 6. At the 25.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Let's go.
This is Love. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
You can't block me. You can't block me.
From the gun on 3rd down. Haskins. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
Nothing open downfield, and he had to get that one out in a hurry because he just knew he was about to take a big shot. Probably couldn't get his legs into the throw. Became an all-arm throw trying to check it down to his running back. Incomplete.
Here's Tressway now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. He punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget. And he loses the football a second time. And the Redskins scoop it. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
They may have the edge on the scoreboard, but that hasn't made them passive, has it? I mean, they dialed up a pretty good run blitz there. And Brandon, you know that all blitzes aren't just designed to get to the quarterback in the passer. Sometimes you're just trying to take away every gap, every hole that might be created in the running game, and they did it to perfection and caused a fumble there.
Took away the gaps. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. An 18-yard touchdown grab. And the Redskins capitalize on the short field as they take it in for 6. Extra point good by Hopkins. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. On the run, it's Barkley. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down.
60 yards. Second and 12. Check that 39-yard line.
Faking the give to Barkley. Now Manning. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide-open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Manning. And that is incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw again. Manning. This is caught by Latimer. Touchdown, Giants. Cody Latimer, his first touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to draw a bit closer.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Rosas true blue on the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. Left side. And he will score. Touchdown, Washington. That kickoff return, 104 yards. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. It's been a back-and-forth game, a lot of points on the board, and that return right there kind of indicative of how this thing's gone.
Well, you've seen both teams go at it, and as you just pointed out, both of them have found the end zone. But just like in boxing, you know the blow that hurts the most? The one you didn't see coming, and that often is the case when it comes in special teams.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the...
And got his man, complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. That goes for a gain of 31. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Go, let's go! Giants 20.
You go set. 8, read.
Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the...
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Mike, 55.
Ready, go.
Mike.
From midfield, here's Manning. Over the middle, it's complete. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. Manning now a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Working from the gun, Manning. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Manning, and he fires one incomplete. Evan Ingram was the intended target, and it's 3rd and short. Another incomplete pass there. What do you take from this game offensively?
Well, you know it's tough to really analyze for them because it is a team game, right? And let's be honest, though. The defense did them no favors in this one at all. Offense actually moved the ball. So, bottom line, film session, defense, it's going to be a real tough one for them. Offense, they'll get a little bit of praise.
It's caught, Shepard. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And they're going to have another 1st down here as the tackle's made at the Redskins' 18. Pretty good location there on that throw.
It really was, wasn't it? That was likely one where the receiver was either going to catch it or no one. Really good decision. And boy, what a catch and move right there.
In a tough spot to get it over the middle. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7. Again, it's Manning. And he will take it on in for a giant touchdown. Russell Shepard. His 1st touchdown on the year. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. PAT up and good by Rosas. And that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just thinking what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another first and 10.
Just like that.
Now a give running right is Love. And he's got room. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That burst good for 20 and a first down.
Do my eyes deceive me, or is he getting stronger as this game moves along?
Burst seems just as good here in the fourth as it was way back in the first, doesn't it?
I do believe someone put a lot of time in the offseason and continues to condition during the season in order to continue to carry the ball at this rate.
On first down, it's Haskins. Oh, he nearly picked it. Maybe daylight in front of him if he could have held on. Instead, second down. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield. Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Let's go now. 55, Mike. Check.
From the gun on third down, Haskins. And he finds McLaurin. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his third touchdown now on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning, right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they were able to punch it in the end zone last time. They'll be looking to do that again here for the defense. Obviously, they'll be looking to stop them from punching it back in the end zone.
It always is punch-counter-punch, isn't it? And which team has the advantage? Well, let's just go back. Last time on offense, they rolled downfield, got into a good rhythm. You can see a little more bounce in and out of the huddle. You can see the sideline really get into the game. So defensively, you're thinking to yourself, how do we take that away from them? How do we get the advantage back? Let's see what they come up with. I think pressure is always the first way to go.
You love pressure.
I love it.
We'll see if they dial it up this drive. Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. From the 34, they'll come to the line on second and 10.
I'm coming. Mike 5-5. Mike 5-5.
Throwing again. Manning. That's complete left side to Shepard. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gardens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again. Manning now on first down. Over the middle, the catch by Coleman. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, as this game continues to evolve in the NFL, you know how much coaches love run after catch, but you know what they love even more? Completions.
Yeah, just holding on to the ball.
Catch it, cover it, tuck it away. Whatever you get after that is almost gravy. That's how a lot of these receivers are being taught now.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. Strong safety Landon Collins, the one who got a hand in there, knocked it away.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up second down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again. Manning. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. Defense went 3-4. They got some push from the inside.
And this is something in a 3-4 you don't normally get because the nose tackle who got the sack, he's usually responsible or ends up getting double-teamed and sometimes triple-teamed. How about him working his way back?
And he will take it on in for a Giant touchdown. From 17 yards out, and the Giants are able to draw a bit closer. Getting your back involved, what's the importance there in the passing game?
Well, oftentimes you can create mismatches because who's going to cover him, and you get him into space.
And he is in. Touchdown, New York. Wayne Goldman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Giants are able to cut into this lead. Sometimes a group that gets overlooked, certainly, the offensive line. Right there, they really helped with that score.
Didn't they tell us in our meeting that when we score touchdowns running the ball, that means the offensive line actually scored first by moving people back beyond the end zone? We saw evidence of that on that play.
Rosas good with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. Now after the touchdown, here's Rosas on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They are clicking on all cylinders. They seem to be just scoring at will right now, and that's why they've opened up this big lead.
Now, we always talk about getting into the zone, and all athletes are seeking that, aren't they? Where everything is working for them, every move they make works, it clicks, and they are on point right now.
Yeah, they are in that zone that you're talking about. So it's Redskin football here as we welcome you back. And you'd have to figure they're just looking to burn these final 2 minutes away and get out of here with a victory. Staying on the ground, it's Love. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for 3rd down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
It'll be Love to try and get the first. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. The Redskins now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. Now it's Tate. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Now the Giants will use the second of their 3 timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. So quickly all the way up at the 40-yard line. From the gun, it's Manning. And the Redskins do get to him. He goes down for a sack. Reuben Foster, the former national champion at Alabama, gets in for the sack. The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the game. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. To throw, it's Manning. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 3rd and long, it's Manning. Over the middle, complete to Tate. And he gets this only to the 41. Not near enough for the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Flushed out right. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And that'll be just about all she wrote for this one.
Result of the play is a turnover on downs.
Hey, hold on. Check back 47. Don't get nervous.
Haskins down to a knee, and his guys about to come away victorious.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 45-yard line. Today's final score.
But Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Redskins, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Giants, they'll sink now to 0-4. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.